Hi, this is Simon Leung with Groove at Any Time. Welcome back to our show. And if there is any indication of my confirmation that whenever things are about to go down, you will always experience a whole bunch of different problems. Now is that real life example. I don't know if you can hear, but literally 10 seconds right before I was supposed to go live, as the countdown timer was going, the whole entire outside of my house was bombarded by noise. There was a dog barking, there's the leaf blower going off, and there's a whole bunch of construction going on right now. And it all depends on how well this microphone is working. It all depends on how well the StreamYard echo slash noise cancellation noise is doing. That will depend on whether or not you'll actually hear any of the sound that is going on outside. But of course, as entrepreneurs, we always look to resolve problems. And so just to let you know, over the past 10-15 minutes, a whole bunch of different things also went wrong. My Facebook suddenly got disconnected because it said that there was some suspicious activity, and I had less than 10 minutes to get all of that figured out. And right after that, a lot of the logins got disconnected from Facebook inside of StreamYard as well. So I had to reconnect the JV page. I had to somehow get the GrooveFunnels page reconnected as well. And I didn't have admin access. Contacting all the different people whom I know are admins. And finally, Mike Philsame himself, he connected with me, and finally we got everything all squared away as the countdown timer went down. And with 5 seconds, 10 seconds to go, of course, all the noises started happening. But that is basically life, you know? And so as entrepreneurs, if you need to know anything within the Groove community full of really lots of smart people and a lot of people who solve problems each and every single day, these are just a lot of the small problems that we face all the time. And so it's very exciting and a good learning lesson for all of us whenever all this stuff happens. I'm hoping as well that my Wi-Fi is going to withstand. Last night during a session, I had a meeting with Donna and a whole bunch of marketing team members. And guess what? At that exact moment, my Wi-Fi went down. And I had to go on the call with my phone, and the data connection was very poor. And I had no idea if anything was going to go right. Moments ago, I don't know if you saw the very first session of Groove at Any Time, there used to be some additional LED lights on my wall. Now that's not working either. So I'm not sure what's up with the last 24 to 48 hours. But again, we see everything as positivity. We take everything in strides, and we always try to see what we can do to improve and solve all of our problems. So welcome to all of you who are finally here with us right now, right here. I'm here, I'm live, and that's what's important. Forget about the lights. If you can forget about the noises outside, I don't know if you can hear it. Let me know in the comments if you're able to hear the noise outside, or better yet, if you can't hear me. I'm really excited to have all of you here because today we are going to be sharing about how the new Groove Live webinars are going to help you to create more affiliate sales. So if you are joining us for the first time, make sure that you say hi in the comments. If you're returning, make sure you say hi as well. Right now, we are live streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, across a lot of our Facebook profiles, Facebook pages, Facebook groups, all because we were finally able to get all those connected at the last possible second. So if you are watching us from any one of our public entities, make sure that you like, that you subscribe, follow, get those bell notifications turned on so that you are able to join us. Of course, if you're here as well, this is Groove at Any Time, and we literally can go on at any time of the day. It might be in the middle of the night, it might be daytime, it might be in the afternoon for me, but of course, during all those times, it's always daytime, afternoon, evening, in the middle of the night, somewhere in the world as well, which is why we're always going on at different times. We want to make sure that we can tackle as many people as possible all across the globe, simply because we are a global community and organization. Okay, so leave in the comments which country you're in, what city you're in, and what time it is right where you are right now, and we will do what we can to connect with you as well. So very cool. I'm seeing some of the comments coming in, and if there's anything that you will see about me is that I want to engage with you as much as possible, and sometimes I actually click on the comments and it gets displayed before I actually even read it. So keep in mind, that's the excitement of a lot of these sessions, is we never really know who's going to be on. We never know who's going to be interacting, and we definitely wouldn't know what they're going to say. So we will have people who know us, who like us, who trust us, and then we might even get haters and trolls, and that's part of all the excitement. Okay, so you get to be a part of all of that. It's live, so you get to experience all of that, and maybe we can all make different types of marketing lessons all out of it as well. And so here from YouTube, we have a Gotcha Spade saying, hi, Simon. Hello to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Hello to you as well, Mel. And then Robert, also on YouTube, if it can go wrong, it will. A lot of things did go wrong, but of course, if we just put our mind to it, as they say, we can always resolve all the problems. And just in the nick of time, we're able to go live with hopefully everything working out as well. Okay, and then Nando6 is saying, maybe you should look up some stuff, make sure you weren't being hacked. Yes, I changed my password as well. Thank you very much for the tip. I'll definitely look more into it, but that was definitely something that was concerning, especially mere moments before I was supposed to go live. If, of course, my account wasn't actually working, then none of this would be live right now. So obviously, just in the nick of time, as I mentioned. Daniel, hello, back to you as well. Kush Crusher 3 on Twitch is asking, is this a pyramid scheme? A pyramid scheme, right? The short answer and the long answer and the only answer is no, it is not. So hopefully that answers your question. Robert is saying, just hearing you. Thank you very much for doing that. Mel is saying, can hear you here in Australia. Great, I'm here in Malaysia. Maybe I'm shouting really loud so that you can hear all the way from Australia, or maybe we just have really good technology. Nicolette, how are you? Saying thank you. You are very welcome. We have Robert saying from Riverview, Florida, 1:21 a.m. It is getting quite late for you, but thank you very much for staying up with us. I'm sure there will be a lot that you can learn from as well. Mel is saying, my digital marketing coach is having me do a webinar with Perfect Webinar. Should I do that? Or with Groove Webinar? Groove Webinar, just so that you know, is not yet ready. So you won't be able to use Groove Webinar as a system. But if you're talking about Perfect Webinar, that, as far as I understand, is also not a system. It's a script. It's a way of doing webinars. It's a way for you to sell, make more sales on webinars and online. So it's more of a course, unless you're talking about something else. But for whatever the case, if you need to use a webinar system, right now, Groove Webinar is not yet ready. It will be ready within the next couple of months. At least that is when we anticipate it to be. And so with whatever other webinar system that you have right now, that is recommended for you. We have Nicolette from Durban, South Africa, 8:22 a.m. A very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us bright and early. Mel is saying, I mean perfect webinar now, or should I wait for Groove webinar? Well, you'll have to wait for Groove webinar because Groove webinar does not exist at the moment. It is still getting perfected by our amazing team of developers. And perfect webinar, as mentioned, is a script. Okay, so Jim is saying, awesome. Thank you very much for joining us. Smart Life Pauline, good morning to you as well. Yes, Gus, we are joining us live right here in person. And so hopefully this confirms that we are live because I'm featuring you. Okay, Mel, you are very welcome. We have Sachin from YouTube as well, saying hi and great with you. Okay, Smart Life Pauline is asking what's the difference between Groove Funnels and Groove Digital. Groove Digital is the company, Groove Funnels is the product. So essentially, we're pretty much the exact same thing. So for all of you who are just joining us, welcome back to Groove at Any Time. Continue to say hi, continue to leave your comments. We're usually on at different times of the day, so we actually kind of expect that we'll have different audiences every time that we are live. And so it's always an exciting time for us to meet new friends and see what else is going on. But today, if you're counting, is our third official Groove at Any Time episode. And right now, we're going to be talking more about the Groove Live webinars that we have planned for you. Okay, so in case you're not really up to speed, basically, starting this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to have our very first live webinar that is designed to help you to explain the Groove product, to explain the company, to explain our vision and give live demos, and also share the benefits of upgrading into a lifetime platinum membership to any one of your members whom you might want to kind of refer or convince them to upgrade, but you maybe don't know how to actually talk about it. You don't know enough about the product. You don't consider yourself to be a salesperson. Maybe you need some additional guidance. And up until now, we don't really have an official way to do that. In fact, as I'll explain in just a moment, these Groove Live webinars is also quote unquote, not, quote unquote official. It's not official either, but it is a start. I've talked to Donna over the last 24 to 48 hours. We made sure that we have everything in line to make this a thing. I've gotten and collected a lot of resources from the team, from the marketing team, from the video team, who have different kinds of resources and PowerPoint slides and graphics. So we're putting together some really cool stuff that I believe all of you, if you decide to join us live, you will be able to see just how cool it is going to be. I've also been in contact with Mike Filsing himself. In fact, tomorrow we are scheduled to have another chat as well. This time, actually scheduled to have a call with them. And so you can see this is going to be a very big thing. We're all obviously very excited about it. He confirmed, he said, this is a concierge, right? We're just going to offer this for free, right? This is not something that we're charging for, right? And I said, well, I can't even charge for it, even if I could, right? How would I charge for it? I couldn't. This, from the very beginning, when I talked to this with Donna back Saturday at 4 a.m. my time, this was already intended to be free. Okay, so nothing for you to worry about at this moment. It's unofficially official, a part of what will be offered as a part of the Groove community. So in the present time, I just want to tell you more about it so that we can see the best way that we can to proceed forward. All right, so we're just basically gonna start with what we have right now. And I know it's only been a few days since we've talked about it. I have a lot of other things that are on my plate. I'm also doing a lot of these Groove at Any Time live sessions. And so we're just going to see where time takes us. We're going to see where progress takes us. And so that's why yesterday, as well as during the very first Groove at Any Time, I've talked about, if you want to participate, if you want to be involved, if you want to contribute in one way or another, this is a great opportunity for all of us to do so as well. So let me know if, of course, this is something that you are interested in. Of course, because we are just getting started and I gave myself a relatively short timeline. We talked about it in the middle of the night on Saturday, and in just less than half of a week later, we want to go live. And so that's going to be happening within less than 48 hours. We're going to go live with the webinar. And so, yes, we're going to deal and make do with what we have. But at the same time, we will, of course, plan to continue to improve along the way. Any additional feedback, suggestions during the webinar itself, if you decide that you want to attend, obviously you are more than welcome to. This is going to be your opportunity to also contribute, provide feedback on how we can improve the overall process as well. Now, the initial plans, just to let you know, for this webinar is to make it evergreen. Of course, with Mike being the founder or co-founder of yet another great webinar product called Webinar Jam, as well as EverWebinar, we already had in our minds that eventually we might want to automate these webinars. It's obviously going to be a lot easier for us. It'll be a lot easier for me so that I don't have to do them every single week. However, in the meantime, because there's so much updates every single week. In fact, it's not uncommon for several updates to happen within an hour. And so obviously it doesn't make sense for me to do one webinar now and still have this be relevant a few weeks or a few months down the line. That's why for the foreseeable future, until at least the end of the year and probably through several months of next year as well, I am committed to helping you to do these webinars. And of course, if there's an opportunity for some of you to later on step up and help out with that, it will be highly appreciated. But in the meantime, I am making the commitment to put in the work, put in the time for all of you to do that as well. So as new releases come out, all these different webinars from a week-to-week basis, we may continue to update them. And so that's all very exciting stuff. As well as the plan itself, I'm pretty much going to, okay, so I'm trying to look at the calendar right now. It is scheduled for Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. So you can write that down if you need to, 8 p.m. Eastern time, okay? And so for me, it's gonna be Thursday morning, either 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. around that time. And usually I'm not a morning person, but like I said, I've made the commitments and I will do that for you for the next foreseeable several weeks. And I will wake up early for you. Hope you're touched. You are welcome. Now, before I proceed on with the processes and what you need to do, let's go ahead and start to say hi to a few of you here who have just recently joined us. Obviously, this is something that is always a big part of what we do. We just want to interact with you as much as possible because I believe we're almost, for these Groove at Any Time sessions, almost like taking off where the Groovathon left off. If you don't know about the Groovathon, you definitely need to learn more about that. Go to groovedigital.com/Groovathon to learn more. Basically, it was 2 full weeks of nonstop content with nonstop coaches and mentors and VIP guests and all these top gurus just continuing to share nonstop for over 300 hours straight. Yes, record breaking. I'm sure you would agree. And for sure, anyone who joined us, absolutely life-changing. And one of my favorite aspects of the Groovathon, I had the pleasure, the honor, the privilege to host the Groove at Night sessions. One of my favorite parts was just to connect with all of you, to interact, to engage. And so now, as I mentioned, we are simply going to take off where we left off. We're just going to continue with all of that. And this is where we are going to have the most fun. Okay, so looking through all these different comments, trying to see exactly where it was that we left off. Facebook user, if you can do me a favor and go here, streamyard.com/Facebook, and authorize Facebook to actually show me who you are, show your face, and show your photo and show your name, then I can address you by your name instead of simply Facebook user. Live with Simon Leung. What a great day. I'm sure it's a great day for all of us as well. Good day, mates. Glad to be back. I am thinking that maybe you are from Australia, Facebook user. Okay, so go ahead and go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that we can see who you are. All right. We have another Facebook user who is saying, hey, Simon, very cool. And then we have Sajin who is saying, Simon, can we do webinar in Groove? Right now, if you're asking about whether or not the Groove Funnels system has a webinar platform, the answer is not yet. It is getting worked on. It is going to be called Groove Webinars. It's going to have both the live version as well as the pre-recorded version. And we're also going to have Groove Streaming. Some people call it Groove Yard because we're using StreamYard, but it's definitely not going to be called Groove Yard. But Groove Streaming, we're also going to have a live version as well as the pre-recorded version of that. Donna did mention that she is going to be looking at the live demo for it very, very soon. So we're looking forward to her updates. I also want to be a part of that project if possible. Of course, I will need to wait for Donna's invitation to do that. Okay, we have Facebook user who is answering the question. Groove Digital is the overarching company, while Groove Funnels is the software suites they make. Thank you very much, Mohammed. A very good morning to you as well. Mel is talking to Robert Bowman. I'd pile that too. When you find what you're looking for, will you please forward to me too, so you can obviously contact each other if you have these types of private conversations. Cool. All right. So we have Nina, who is hello, returning, keen to hear more about Groove Webinar. This is not to be confused. Okay. I'm talking about the live webinars that I will be doing for you as affiliates, not to be confused with Groove Webinar, the system. Okay. I know because both have the word Groove in it and the word webinar in it. It's a little bit confusing, but I just want to reconfirm that I'm talking about the live webinars that I will be doing for you and not talking about the actual platform itself. Okay, very cool. We have Sachin saying, I love Groove Team. It is a massive product and one window solution. Looking forward to future products. We have another Facebook user from Hawaii, Robert saying, Chatmatic. Mohammed saying which time zone. I'm in Malaysia time zone. I don't know what time zone you are in. And then Facebook user is saying, feeling blessed that you're going to be getting up early to support us. You are very welcome. Facebook user, if you can be so kind as to go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that we can see who you are, that would be absolutely awesome. Robert Bowman is saying, I heard Groove Streaming and started drooling. You are not alone, because it is absolutely going to be amazing. And the good news for all these products is, of course, we are in control, right? We can provide the feedback, we can use it, and we can say directly to the team, hey, we need these features and we need these improved and all these cool things, and we will have the opportunity to do that. So unlike StreamYard, as well as some of the other competitors where we're pretty much at their mercy, what they're going to be doing, well, unfortunately, we won't be able to provide feedback for those. But of course, for here, we will absolutely be able to do that, because that is what the Groove community is all about. All right, so again, clarification, what I'm talking about is the actual Groove live webinars that I will be doing for you. And if you're interested to learn more about that, give me a quick second. I am going to look up the link to this particular site, and I'm going to paste this in. Note that depending on where you are watching us, it may or may not show up directly inside of your chats. However, I will highlight it for you right now just to let you know it is on this link. I know it's very long, and right now I don't have access to the Groove Funnels domain, which means that I cannot create the URL myself. However, on my own website, I did create a URL shortener So if you go there, simonleung.com/webinar, it will take you to that exact same page. I showed this to you, I believe, on the first Groove at Any Time. So if you somehow missed it, make sure you go back and watch it. It explains to you the page and what it's supposed to do. Now, here is the thing. The processes. For now, I just explained that when you go here to this webinar page, what's going to happen is you will see a page where people can register for the webinar that I mentioned that I will be doing Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so when that happens, I will go on live, and during the presentation itself, I will actually talk about what is Groove and why you should sign up for the free accounts. I'll show them all the benefits. I'll compare them with the competitors. I'll do live demos. And then I will explain all the different benefits and features as a platinum member as well. So if you want your leads, you want your prospects to upgrade, well, the thing is, for my particular presentation, during the 90 minutes or so that I will be spending with all of you, that's what that presentation is all about. However, here is the other thing, okay? Everything that you see on that page right now, the entire process, all the procedure up until this point, I have been a one-man team, meaning that I'm trying to figure out the system. I'm trying to learn GoToWebinar. There's going to be a lot of things that I will need to continue to learn as time goes on. And so as time goes on as well, we're going to try and get more people onto the team, more people onto the project so that we can make it a more robust type of processes. But because I'm doing all of this myself, right now, what we have is just the lead capture page. I'm using the GoToWebinar system, and it's designed for you to use this particular link to register your people. Keep in mind, we right now do not have an affiliate system connected to it yet. Again, because number one, I'm a one-person team. Number two, I'm actually not that technical. And number three, if we're going to do something like that, I will absolutely need the help of the Groove team members in order for us to make that happen. Okay, so just to let you know, at least for this round and the foreseeable subsequent several rounds in the future, this is not an affiliate link. So don't think that this is automated, okay? Don't think that you just refer people there and that's it. It's all hands off. In fact, it's not. You need to be very hands-on. It's a good thing because if it's not an affiliate link, right, it means that we won't get people spamming the system. Because if it is an affiliate link, you know what's going to happen, right? It's the same thing that happened with the Groovathon links, the same thing that happened with the Groove Funnels links, the same thing that happened with all the other affiliate links. People just copy and paste, and pretty soon, Facebook's going to block the link, and we're going to get a whole bunch of spam, and people are just going to associate everything that we do with spamming and, you know, like that guy earlier said, pyramid schemes and all those things like that, right? We don't want that. So right now, for the time being, and I think it should probably be used for as long as possible, we do not have an affiliate link, which means that your process is that you are responsible to actually talking to your own prospects. You are responsible to actually communicate with them. And then once you get them interested to learn more, you can then send them the link. Send them that link that you see, mirror image right there, right here, okay? Send them that link and they will register, but you need to also know that they registered because during the actual presentation itself, at some point, I'm going to say what you want to do right now is to sign up for your GrooveFunnels account if you haven't already, which means that they would need to contact you. I would tell them to go back to the person who referred you to this webinar and get the link from them. If you want to expedite this process, if you want to minimize mistakes, get them to sign up for the free account even before the webinar even starts. That way, there's no confusion. That way, if we say go to groovefunnels.com, you don't have to worry about, let's say, for example, your affiliate ID not getting attached, or if you're kind of paranoid about it, right, then just make sure that you get them to sign up for at least the free account before you invite them to the actual webinar. And on the webinar itself, I am going to, again, explain to them all the cool things about GrooveFunnels. I'll talk about Mike. I'll talk about, all the cool things that we have as a community, all the free training that they're going to get, all the cool things that they subsequently will be able to access just for being a member of our community. I'll show them a live demo. I'll show them how easy it is to really quickly build a landing page, a website, a funnel, whatever it is that we decide to do, okay? And then at the end, I'm gonna say, hey, if you're ready to upgrade right now, here's all the cool things that you will in fact get. Here's why you should get this as opposed to this competitor or this competitor or this competitor. It's because instead of all these individual products, which will charge you upwards of thousands and thousands and thousands USD every single month, right? Instead of paying for that, why not get everything grandfathered in for one lifetime account, one lifetime membership? Obviously, for this particular angle, we're only going to be able to use it for as long as the lifetime membership becomes available or remains available. Once things change, we're going to adapt to that. And of course, we'll change what we say as well. But right now, I believe it's a great opportunity for us to leverage as much as possible on the lifetime account opportunity and make sure that we just leverage the heck out of it while it is still available for us to use, okay? And right after the presentation, you are also responsible for following up with your people, okay? You need to know, again, who you invited, and you need to actually contact them. Hey, what do you think? What questions do you have? How can I help you with whatever else to help you make a positive decision to join us? And so with all of that, just keep in mind, I am just the middle person. The webinar is that middle entity that just explains everything for you so that you don't have to. But number one, you still need to create the invitation, and you need to invite people whom you know, because we don't have an affiliate link and we don't want to spam. And so you need to actually reach out to your own network and your contacts, make sure that you know that they registered. Ideally, you should also be on the webinar, because if they have any questions about what that link is, what is your affiliate link or whatever else, you need to be on point, on call to send that to them at any time. And then right after the webinar, you are responsible for following up. Again, this is the processes for now. I understand there's a lot of manual work involved, but this is actually what it is, right? This is us being a middle person for us to help you to explain everything. We don't do everything for you. Okay, so yes, it is true that we don't do everything for you, and that is one of the reasons why it might be free. Keep in mind that this is something that we are doing for free, that I am doing. It's not a part of the team. We don't actually have an actual sales department, very similar to what Donna might have been talking about in her post back in September. It's not exactly that plan, okay? You can choose whether or not it's something that you want to leverage on. If you don't want to, it's okay as well. The one thing that we ask is that if you choose not to use it, then just don't use it. Don't say that I want to use it, but I'm going to complain. I'm going to whine. I'm going to say this is not good enough and be too demanding, because here's the thing. This is not an official concierge service. Not yet, okay? It's not even a service. There is no service fee. I'm just doing this for free. I'm not even taking the hybrid affiliate marketing, half the commission type of thing, okay? So it's just a free thing. All we ask is that you respect what we have. You respect the service. If you want to contribute to it to make it better, we welcome it. However, please don't use this as an opportunity, as I mentioned, to be demanding, to complain and whine, because that's not what this community is about, okay? Maybe later on we will expand, but if that is to happen, we will need help, okay? So I'll talk more about the kind of help that we will need in just a moment. In the meantime, as we always like to do, we're going to take a breather, take a quick break, and welcome all of you who are just joining us as well. If you are joining us, just joining us or coming on for the first time, say hi. Make sure that we know that you are here. Communicate with us. Let me know where you are, which country, which city, what time it is, so that we can say hi to you. We have Facebook user. It says hit the StreamYard, connect to Facebook, but my name is not showing. I can't do anymore. Okay, so it's okay. Let me know who you are as well. Comment your name, because if it doesn't work, I have no idea why it wouldn't work, but still we would want to address you by name instead of Mr. User or Miss Facebook or whatever else. Gus is saying, if we push our leads to the webinar and they sign up, will our lead have our cookie in it? I think I just explained it. This is not an affiliate link. You will need to do your own manual follow up and sign up. Gus says, okay, cool. You answered my question. You are very welcome. Robert says, registered and calendar done. Thanks for the extra help. No worries. Facebook user lead capture with Groove mail form. Redirect your Groove affiliate link after sign up. Send email to everyone with a series containing the link to the webinar. Simple. Okay, thank you for explaining that. Maybe you can create that for yourself if you want. Mr. Downey is saying, greetings from Malaysia and best wishes for success. What part of Malaysia? Because I'm also in Malaysia. I am right now in Penang. We're all in lockdown. I think you are as well. In Malaysia, we call it CMCO, Conditional Movement Control Order. I cannot leave the house except for, as they say, you know, essentials or necessities, whatever that means. But what I've been seeing is that even if you leave the house, you will get stopped, you will get harassed. It's just not worth it. So we're getting a lot of grocery delivery, and we're just cooking at home. It's fun. You learn some new stuff all the time. Imad is saying hi from Quebec, Canada. So very cool. Nice to see you as well. Patrick is saying greetings from Stockholm, Sweden. And then we have Nicholas. What's up, buddy? He's saying it's Nicholas. Good day, mates. That should have been a hint. Yep, it definitely was. But of course, we have many Australian friends here as well. So glad that you have been able to confirm. Very cool. So again, if you're here, let us know that you are live, because we always like to know who stays up late, who wakes up early, who's with us in the middle of the night. It's all that nice and dandy fun stuff. All right, so as I mentioned, if we are to continue to expand, if we are going to continue to make this a much better process for all of us, yes, we will need your help. What do we mean by needing your help? Well, it can mean a variety of different ways. The one that is the most pressing is, of course, the video testimonials. I talked about this in both of my previous live streams on the Groove at Any Time shows. And again, I want to basically refer you back to our testimonial post on inside of our Facebook group, simply because this is where you can go to find out more information about it. I explain what type of testimonial we're looking for, what you should actually be doing, what you should actually be saying. And of course, it's also where you're going to go in order for you to paste in the URL of your video after you've uploaded it. Okay, so go there to simonleung.com/groove testimonials. It will redirect you to the Facebook group. If you're watching us on Facebook right now and you see this particular link inside of your comments, don't click on it, okay? Because it's a redirect, and Facebook right now doesn't like redirects. So when you click on it, it probably won't work. Copy and paste or type this in directly, simonleung.com/groove testimonials. It will then on your browser redirect you to the actual Facebook post. Okay, and there, read all about it. This particular webinar is going to happen in less than 48 hours, which means that time is of the essence. If you want to be a part of this and you want to get involved, we need your testimonials within the next 24 to 36 hours, if possible. Otherwise, we're probably going to have to skip you for this round. I'll need to take a look at them. I'll need to review them, edit it if necessary, put it into a montage if that's what we need to do. Okay, so there's a lot of preparation that is involved. Just because we're on at 8 p.m. Eastern time doesn't mean that if you send it to me by 7:59 that we'll still be able to use it. No, I'll still need to edit it and take time with it. So please as soon as possible, send in those video testimonials. If you want to eventually be a leader, you want to be a bigger part of the community, you want to be on these shows and everything that we do, the first step that you need to take is to make sure that you submit those video testimonials, okay? Because we're looking for leaders, we're looking for contributors. And when you do this, you are showing us that you want to be a part of our community in a much more positive way, okay? So please go ahead and do that. Later on, we're also going to need moderators. So if I'm on GoToWebinar, for example, I'll need people to help me moderate, to answer questions perhaps, or to do whatever else, make sure that the sound is working, the visuals are working and everything. Because if you're a one-person team on these live streams, maybe it's okay because it's very casual, right? It's very nonchalant. We're just chilling. We're our own people. But in an actual presentation where we're doing a webinar, it might be what some people would consider a sales webinar as well. We want to be as professional as possible. We want everything to work out. The pressure is going to be on. And so I can't be the only person who is on there. Ideally, I wouldn't be. And if things go wrong, then again, I'm just kind of scrambling and making sure that all these different things, and it's going to distract me from the most important thing, which is to make more sales for you. Okay, so we will need more moderators if you want to volunteer for that. We would maybe even think about some live testimonials, because for you to actually be on there with me and share your story, I think that it would be very impactful. If you're interested to do that, contact me directly. Of course, later on, maybe we'll even consider having some additional presenters so that I'm not the only one who is always doing it. Maybe you want to be involved. Maybe you want to learn a new skill. Maybe you want more practice. Maybe you want to contribute in other ways as well. And when we do that, this means that we can actually do these webinars more often. It doesn't have to be just once a week. It can be multiple times a week. It can even be multiple times a day, because now we have different people in different time zones, and we just have our own original Groove community team for doing these webinars. And it's separate, of course, from the official Groove team and the staff and the members and everything like that. For us, we're just a group of Groovesters in this Groovements doing some really cool stuff for one another. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in doing, contact me directly and let's talk. Okay, so if you're interested in contacting me directly, again, here is my link that I sent yesterday. This will send you directly to my inbox where you can send me a message. Okay, so go to m.me/TheSimonLeung. You don't have to click on this if you see this, because again, if you're on Facebook, clicking on it probably won't work. Maybe it will, because this is part of the Facebook Messenger program, but just as good practice, either copy and paste or just type it in directly for all of us. Okay, so before I wind down for this particular presentation and call it a day for all of us, let's go ahead and answer some additional questions and connect with some of you who are here. What is the fastest way for someone to make money from the Groove Digital group of products? What I recommend for you is to check out our YouTube channel, which, if I can find it over here, let me see. Scrolling all the way down now. That's not it. Here. There's a lot of live streams. There's a lot of training. There is a lot of tutorials right here on our YouTube channel. Okay, so you can connect with us across all of our social media. That is a very generic question. How do I make money? This can be a 5-hour, 6-month, 1-year-long conversation that will never end. Okay, so if you want some specific strategies, some specific business models, I recommend that you go to our YouTube channel, because you can actually search for what you're looking for. I want to make money with e-commerce, or by building a list, or by, affiliate marketing, or whatever else. That is the place that you should be going to learn more. And definitely stay tuned for a lot of our live streams with David Lemon. He is on pretty much every single day to give you some type of value. He does live Q&As as well. That is the place that you should be going for you to get all those types of questions answered. If you want to learn more about what this particular Groove at Anytime show is for, I invite you to watch my session from yesterday where we explain to you what's the difference between Groove at Anytime and the live Q&As and David Lemon sessions and Tom Beal sessions and John Garcia sessions. We are very different in many ways. So I invite you to go to this channel right here, check out our show from yesterday so that you will be able to learn more about what this show is about. Gus is asking, what is the URL again to register for the webinar? At any time, if you need to go back, rewind, and see what you missed, you can always click the back button on your particular keyboard and you will be able to see exactly what you missed or watch the replay so that we don't have to go backwards all the time. But this is your answer, simonleung.com/webinar. That is where you will go in order for you to find more on the registrations. Okay, and then we have Facebook user, fastest way to make money with Groove, learn the product, build relationships with others, teach, learn, share, profit. Fastest way to make money is to learn, right? So that's why we go to the YouTube channel. That's why we watch the tutorials. We can't just say, yeah, in order for you to make money, boom, that's all you do, right? It doesn't exist. This is not a click button easy solution. We're not promising you to be millionaires overnight. You're not going to get rich quick. That's why it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not anything along those lines. It's a real business, and a real business for real entrepreneurs and marketers, it needs education. So first, educate yourself, learn from all the resources that we have, and make sure that you spend the time, the effort, the energy to put it in and get the results for yourself. We are here as a community to help. When you have specific questions, that's what we're here for as well. Definitely, as mentioned, go to youtube.com/Groove Digital, click on the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that anytime David Lemon goes live, he is the man who is going to help share all the great nuggets with you and answer your questions. In conclusion, we are going to wrap this up and summarize what we talked about here today. The webinar is scheduled for right now every Wednesday. And again, we're just going to go back here. This is the link to the webinar. You will be able to join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this is Eastern time in the US. You do your own calculation on where you might be and what time that means to you. For me, right here in Malaysia, it's going to be 9 a.m. And so it's going to be very early for me, but it is the commitments that I will be making. What we need right now for you specifically will be these testimonials. Okay, so go to simonleung.com/Groove Testimonials. If you can, within the next 24 to 36 hours. We need these testimonials ASAP because this webinar is coming on in less than 48 hours. And so ideally, we would have that content for you to be able to maximize the sales as much as possible. Now, if you want to be involved in any way, shape, or form, I invite you to connect with me. Okay, send me a message, m.me/TheSimonLeung. You will be able to get redirected directly into the my inbox, and you will be able to send me a message. Okay, make sure that when you are sending me a message right now, I am open to communicating with you about the webinar, about the testimonials, about how we can mutually benefit and how we can contribute to the overall Groove community. Okay, it is not a support messenger. It is not for you to ask about updates and upgrades and anything basically customer service related. Okay, if that's what you're looking for, you will need to go to support. And right here, I'm going to have the ticker for you. Customer support is support.groovedigital.com. If unfortunately some of you send me messages that may not be immediately related to what we are working on and focusing on right now, you may not get a response simply because we're so busy with all kinds of things. Okay, so if you want to get in touch with me specifically because you need help, because you want to be involved, because you want some thing that is related to the webinars, to the affiliate sales that we're talking about today, this is your way to contact me, okay? And when you do, keep in mind, our videos, our video testimonials right now are a priority. It's going to be a good way for you to show your leadership, a good way for you to show your commitment and initiative. And as well, because you show your leadership, just note that within the Groove community, it has been proven leaders will get more opportunities. So I want to see you getting featured as a leader on one of the future webinars, on one of our future live streams or live shows, Groove at Any Time, that can happen at any time. I want to see you as a live testimonial as well. I want to see you maybe on a Groove Digital Presents in the future if it's a good fit. But it all starts with displaying your leadership. People like Paul Murphy, people like Angie Norris, people like Kathy Walls and Tuan and Michelle, right? All these Groove Digital Presents presenters, they first displayed their leadership as well. So that's what we all need to strive to do. We all need to step up, and this is the perfect opportunity for all of us to do so. Okay, so with all of that, that is all that I have for you. If you have any parting words that you want to say right now, leave your comments, speak now, or forever hold your peace, because we are going to call it a day. It is, Tuesday afternoon for me. I still need to go cook lunch for my family, but anytime that I have the opportunity to give back, to help out and contribute to the Groove community, I am here, okay? But for the time being, if there's anything else that you would like to say, please go ahead and leave them down in the comments while we say goodbye, all right? So Robert is saying, just messaged you about helping people with making money using Groove. That is awesome. Thank you for doing that, Robert, because I think that as a part of the Groove community, especially because we are now streaming, not just inside of our Facebook private groups, but we're also across many of our public pages. One that I almost was not able to stream to because my account disconnected from StreamYard, right? Now we are literally talking to people from all around the world, even people who are not members, people who don't know anything about Groove, people who need help understanding what it even is, right? And so we saw a lot of those types of questions. What's the difference between Groove Digital and Groove Funnels? Why is Groove Funnels important to me? Why do I need it? How can I make money with it, right? All of these will be answered if you are a part of our group, right? And that's why I showed you this earlier. Join us at facebook.com/groups/Groove Digital Official. And because you are all here, we all have the opportunity now as veterans of the Groove community. If you've been around for months, even if you've been around for just a few weeks, you're already a veteran, because we are literally growing by hundreds and hundreds of people every single day. You are already a leader, whether you want to be or not. The only question is, will you step up and become one, right? The opportunity is right there. So we absolutely invite you to be one of those success stories. Deanne joining us again and saying, I will do a testimonial for Groove Funnels. I'm a total groover. Thank you very much, Deanne, for doing that. Remember, our link for that is simonleung.com/Groove Testimonials. I will send this to you. Actually, post this in here again right now. If you happen to see this and you're on Facebook, again, don't click on it. Simply copy and paste or type this in directly into your browser, simonleung.com/Groove Testimonials. This will redirect you to that Facebook post that is asking for these video testimonials, okay? We have 24 to 36 hours left before the deadline. Hopefully, you will send it to me way before that, but I understand, I think Deanne, it is the middle of the night for you, so it's okay if you want to wait until tomorrow, do your hair and put on your makeup if you need to. Or if you're fine and you're saying, I'm at home right now, I'm just gonna go all natural, right? I'm just gonna create that video testimonial right now. Go for it. I support you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do what we can. We have Gus who is saying, thanks, man. You are welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining us. We have, and forgive me if I mispronounce your name, Buyen. I am so just chopping this up. I'm not even gonna try it. Mr. BC, okay? Hi from Mongolia, age 50, challenged myself to build the first funnel on GrooveFunnels. Well, now it's built, seeing by myself that GrooveFunnels is awesome. Thank you very much for being an action taker. Thank you very much for sharing that, because this really encourages a lot of people who are watching us right now who haven't got it started yet, who are still scared about the techie stuff, who say that they're not technical and they need help, and they're just really not even willing to put in the work just because of the fear of technology. Here's the thing. This is proven that anybody can do it. It's click and scroll, it's drag and drop, it's copy and paste. If you have those skills, you can build a website, you can get started. And as our friend Buyan, if I'm saying that correctly, Buyan, right, from Mongolia, age 50, challenged himself to build the first funnel, and he did it. Okay, now he can see by himself, all to himself, that GrooveFunnels is awesome. And all of you will absolutely see the exact same thing. Deanne is saying, I've got hair and makeup done, ready to do it. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm waiting for you. Okay, so whenever you're ready, hit me up. You can send me that message if you want. You can post inside of that Facebook group post. However you want to communicate, whatever is your most comfortable, then we can absolutely do that. Okay, so with all of that, I appreciate all of you being here. That is all that I have for you right here, right now, for Groove at Any Time. I am not sure if we will go live again tomorrow, but maybe if we don't get enough testimonials, or if we need some last minute help with the webinar, I will come on really quickly again at any time, surprise, okay, and just let you know what is pending. But if you're around, that would be great if you can join. If you're not, watch the replay. It's all good and dandy. But in the meantime, I believe that is all that we have. For me, it is the middle of the day. So for those of you who are in my time zone, you know, our friends from Australia, our friends from Southeast Asia, anywhere around here, even in the UK, which is probably just a few hours behind me, you're in the afternoon as well. Have yourself a great day. Have a good afternoon. If you're in the US, have a good night. Have a good evening. Wherever you might be, obviously, we want the absolute best for you. So until next time, we will catch you on the flip side. And I can't wait to contribute to you and serve you even more. Have a great day, folks. You gotta get into the groove. To the groove.